Hi everyone, this is Heather from Skin Health Canada, and in today's presentation I'm going to talk about the professional Electro-Sonic Ionzyme DF machine, and we're pleased to announce the latest generation, the DF3. It's important to note, however, that there's no difference in terms of technology in the DF1, 2, or 3. It still houses powerful technology of sonophoresis and iontophoresis. What's changed is just the look, the feel, some of the accessories, and the display. So first of all, let's look at the DF machine. Of course, Environ's philosophy is it's the benchmark of beautiful skin for a lifetime. The DF machine helps us to create lasting results for our clients to help them optimize their skin health for a lifetime. So we're going to watch a short video clip that represents this.
At Environ, we believe that skin therapy is a science, and we've harnessed decades of scientific research to create something beautiful. We call it beautiful science, and that combination is powerful and extraordinary, and it means we can make a difference to your skin, a real difference, a difference that lasts. With this deeper understanding of the power of vitamin A and revolutionary skincare technology, we can future-proof your skin, going deeper to help revive, restore, and rehabilitate, delivering more of what your skin needs to where it needs it most. Your skin not only looks healthier, but is healthier. Your skin not only looks beautiful, but is beautiful for life. Experience Environ, the benchmark of beautiful skin.
So again, it's about beautiful skin for a lifetime. We know in today's world our consumers are demanding, but we have to encourage them through clinical treatment and home care to establish a skincare journey, again, for a lifetime. So let's take a look at the new USPs and features of the DF machine. So as I noted in the beginning of this presentation, the technology behind the DF has not changed. We're now on the third generation. The DF continues to offer industry-leading, innovative electrosonic technology that not only helps to stimulate the skin and allow the powerhouse formulations to be more effective and drive more essential nutrients to the skin where we need it most, but makes a long-lasting difference for life. And here we see an image of the DF1. If you think of the cell phone analogy, decades ago when cell phones were first released, they were bigger. We referred to them as like the brick. They couldn't fit in a purse, they didn't fit in our pocket, but the functionality of them has remained the same. We use them to talk, to text, etc. The same rides for the DF. The technology hasn't changed, just the look and feel and the accessories has changed and become streamlined for today's modern world. So that was the DF1. Here we see the DF2. Again, there was a few differences with this generation. Some had blue flashing lights, other models had green flashing lights, but it was still the DF2. And today we have the DF3. It's quite a bit smaller than the other two versions. It's modern and digital with easy to touch display screen, and we'll look at all the unique features in the upcoming slides. So here we go, the latest generation of the DF machine. So let's go through all the buttons and functionalities. So looking at number one, we have our easy to use dial or multifunctional silver dial. This is used not only to start your time when performing sonophoresis and iontophoresis to allow the time to count down, but when you press the button down and hold it for 3 seconds, it allows you to override the factory settings and set your own customized settings. For example, when you press the dial down and then press the Sono Ionto button, it allows you to increase the time of treatment. If you hold the button down and then press the Sono Ionto button, it allows you to decrease the treatment time. If you then hold just the Sono button down, it will allow you to turn off the 15-second probe indicator. So this new DF comes with a 15-second sound beep, So when you're performing sonophoresis and you have the probe on the client's skin, rather than the esthetician or a clinician having to manually count that 15 seconds, the machine does it for you and gives an indicative beep when it's time to move to the next area. And if we press the dial down and then press button 4, the Ionto Plus button, we're able to shut off the Sono default sound. So the sonophoresis sound with the factory settings, when you first turn the machine on, you will hear it, but for the comfort level of your client, you can turn this off. It's also important to keep in mind this dial will also increase or decrease your milliampage output. So right below that, you will see the Ionto actual output range from 0.1 to 0.5. Your dial allows you to adjust this. This will be reflected in the rectangle just above that where it says Sonic Ionto or the Ionto set point. It will tell you what you currently have dialed your machine to output. Number 2, the hexagon is again referring to the display. So there is a change here in terms of the DF3 compared to the 2 and the 1. In the past, this display registered up to a maximum of 2.0 milliamps, but we know with sonophoresis, we only need to use 0.2 up to 0.4 in most treatments. We use 0.2 when we're working around sensitive areas such as the eye area or near the ear. But when we're using or working on thicker areas of the skin, we can dial it up to 0.4. So our learner workbooks say 0.2 to 0.4, but with the introduction of the newest generation, if we have a client who is less tolerable to sonophoresis, we can dial back to 0.1. And if they've been coming to see us for a long time and have more tolerance, we can eventually dial it up to a 0.5 milliamp. So that is one major change on the new DF3. Important to note. In terms of iontophoresis, it's also important to know that in the past, when the machine could be placed at a maximum of 2.0 milliamps, this is now going to set at a maximum of 0.5 milliamps. Dr. Des did a lot of research with his team and discovered that it's not the output of milliamps that gives the effective results. It's the duration of time that iontophoresis is performed. So this is another major change. Iontophoresis will not exceed 0.5 milliamps. Keeping in mind, ionization does not occur till the 8-minute mark and should be left on for the full 20 minutes because, again, as per Dr. Des, it's the period of time that this part of the treatment is performed that gives the effective results. All right, just below our number 2 hexagon, you see the 15-second sound button and the sonic sound button. Your default settings will automatically have these light up in blue. However, if you decide to switch these off, then they won't light up. So again, if you want the power to remain on, it will light up when in use. To the right of that is your treatment time display. So you can adjust this now up to 30 minutes if you want, dial it back to 10 minutes if you want, and like the previous generations, it will count back and tell you how much time you have remaining as you work on your client. Going down to the bottom left, hexagon number 3, we have our 5 preset programs using the DF. The first 3 buttons are your sonophoresis, and the second 2 are for when you're performing iontophoresis. The first 3 buttons, you have your sono and ionto in positive polarity, your second being the sono ionto in negative polarity, and your third button if it's sono only. So if your client has a contraindication to iontophoresis, you can just perform sono only. The second 2 buttons are performed with our field iontophoresis when we attach our crocodile clips to either the alginate mask or haze gauze. And again, you have a choice of positive polarity or negative polarity. Going down to the bottom of the machine, hexagon 4, this is where we plug in our different probes and output. So you have one for face, one for body, and one for iontophoresis. What's really neat about the new DF is not only do you just plug in the cords here, you also will see that there's a clear circular rim around that insert, and it lights up to know what technology you're using at that time. It will light up in blue. So for example, if you're using the sonophoresis facial probe, then the face probe and that circle around it will light up at that time. Moving up to your upper right-hand corner, hexagon number 5, this is where we house our probes. So the small hole is for the sonoprobe, the large hole is for the body probe. This is to ensure that your probes are not being tossed around or they fall on the floor, because they do have internal mechanisms that need to be preserved, so it's not healthy to drop your probe. So when not in use, or if you're reapplying serum and need to put your probe back down, you can house them here. A few other things you don't see in this image is that the face probe and body probe now have their own on-off switches. So there's no longer a foot pedal. Everything is hand activated. So when you're using the probe, you turn the power on and you will see a blue light become activated. You still get your crocodile clips, new and improved. So there's no longer the green and yellow wires. They are all contemporary gray. And the alligator clips themselves no longer have that rubberized sheath that coats the metal teeth. It's now a medical grade plastic, and it's fully insulated, so they're much better quality. So again, no more foot pedal, makes it easy to use. The DF2, of course, will still have the foot pedal, which has to be activated when using your sonophoresis. So that's the new DF3. So the unique selling points of the new DF, let's watch a quick features and benefits video. So let's talk about the unique selling points of the DF machine for in-clinic use. First of all, we are using sound-based treatment that creates cavitation in the skin. So you'll see in your learner workbooks and online, we talk about creating those vibrating pockets that shakes those active molecules deeper into the layers of the skin. Number two, electrical current to ionize the active molecule ingredients. So we're using field ionophoresis to penetrate those products using Environ's powerhouse formulations. Three, we're going to speed up and intensify treatment results. Environ's pioneer dual technology of sonophoresis and iontophoresis really do speed up and intensify results. And we always say that one treatment is equal to 40 days of at-home skincare. Of course, we know it's best done in a series. Nothing with skincare is immediate, and although we will see phenomenal results in just one treatment, ideally a course of 6 to 12 treatments is ideal. For some clients, they may need even 24 treatments, depending on the severity of their skin. And we know the DF is ideal for all ages, skin types, and skin conditions, whether they have pigmentation concern, blemish-prone skin, dehydration, sensitivity, even body concerns. The DF addresses both face and body.